All right, this is the recording side that we're ready. Now we gotta be ready on the video side of things. Dang, I forgot which episode. You're what? You're episode 166. Okay.
I thought it was under 100 because you were trying to get 100.
Oh no, that was last time. I've already.
Oh, I'm 166 now. Oh,
Now
okay,
you're 166 now.
that's
I was
funny.
trying to hit like 100 videos for the second season in total, but in total right now you're 166. Yeah, so we're already video already started. All right, cool, good. All right, hello, and another special episode of the Mental Threads podcast. My name is Toasty. I'm here with my guest Trey Rhodes. Hey, Trey Rhodes.
Trey Rhodes in the house.
The Trey Rhodes in the house. Episode 166. How you doing today, sir?
Man, I'm doing fantastic, brother. How about yourself?
I've been chilling. It's been a minute since we really got in contact with each other. You know, got that event coming out. It's called the Charlotte Spark.
Yes, sir. The Charlotte Spark Art Festival coming at you.
Yeah, this is the third year, correct?
Yep. Annual event. And
The annual event and everything. And what gave you the inspiration to create this event for Charlotte?
I got into doing events, and then I started meeting so many talented artists. Because of making connections everywhere. I see people doing talent with everything, be it paintings, be it dance, be it fashion. And so, you know, I've kind of been a part of almost all those communities. And so and then seeing like Lollapalooza, Rolling Loud, Coachella, it's like Charlotte has enough money and opportunity, has enough people out here. It's a great place where we can kind of build your own thing. So why is there nothing out here that's really spotlighting those people that's working that hard and really on par with some of these other places in other cities? So I decided I wanted to create my own lane and use my platform to make that exposure spot for all these people and become the go-to for anyone who wants to come from outside of Charlotte. And they're like, who's it? Where's the next top artist? What are they doing? What's going on? What represents Charlotte? And boom, if they're in Charlotte Spark, they're on their way or they're there. You just got to check them out and tune in.
That's really cool that you're doing all that just for Charlotte. You moved in here like, 2 years ago?
I've been in Charlotte for about 9 years now.
Oh, 9 years.
Yeah,
Dang. Where did I get 2 years from?
I don't know. Because we did our last podcast 2 years ago. I got here at the very beginning of 2016 and the summer before that.
Oh, that is so cool. And you was like fresh out of college, you went straight to Charlotte, right?
I was actually visiting. I was actually supposed to move to Dallas with some family friends and everything, but they got a promotion, moved out here to Charlotte, and then we were kind of scouting the city. Man, the first day I came out here, it was Speed Street, so we went downtown. It blew my mind. Everything was lit. It was a bunch of people. The Epicenter was going crazy, mad packed, the whole city.
Rest in peace, Epicenter.
right. The NASCAR Hall of Fame area was really lit. They were doing country concerts over there. And then over in the Epicenter, they were doing like the clubs and the urban scene and everybody. You know, it was a great mix. And I just kind of, it hit me that very moment. I was just like, wow,
this is
is
a city worth investing into.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, that's very good. That's good that you have a visionary mindset like that, because people will look at cities and they want to go to the big city. They want to go to Atlanta. They want to go to LA. I would even say even Memphis has a little bit more pull than I want to say Charlotte in general, because like we still got our own things going here too. But in terms of just cities that are like out there in terms of like their name and what they have to offer, it's really like, I don't want to say it's surprising to me that a lot of people want to move here to Charlotte, but I see like usually people that move here to Charlotte kind of see Charlotte for what it can be instead of like what I can make it out of Charlotte. Right. That's what I've noticed, and I feel like that could really serve you like as an individual in terms of getting most out of it.
I'm from Georgia, Augusta, Georgia, and so back in high school, everybody's like, I'm going to Atlanta, and then they end up back home a year later, less than a year later, and I see Atlanta as it's one of those places that's kind of already set in. If you're not going to Atlanta for anything specific, the music industry, any entertainment industry, or big business and money or family, there's not much for you to do to really create your own lane.
Yes.
Whereas Charlotte, I come out here and it's like, like I said, I got here in 2016, so that was the very beginning of Charlotte. 2015, 2016 was when Charlotte first started to really take off. And so I saw it was like, it's a little bit of everything out here for everybody. The money and opportunity is abundant, and it's big enough to where you can become something or somebody and it's still a metropolis city.
Southern metropolis.
Right. So you can create your own foothold, or you can duck off and go kind of be the more rural country areas, just on the outskirts. It's not too far away, so you can dabble, tap in whenever you want to. But Charlotte had its own lane, like a little bit of everything for everybody.
Yeah, and I spoke with a lot of people that have been here. That Charlotte's like an underdog city. That's how I see it, because it's like we got all the potential there. It's just trying to utilize it. Really, sadly you came in 2016. You didn't come in 2015 when we were winning in football. That's when it was. I feel we were really close to world peace at that point in the city. I swear, because like you wouldn't amount of the random people you have conversation with at Krispy Kreme, because like Krispy Kreme, they'd had a deal go on for $1 for a whole box of donuts, as long as the Panthers win. So as soon as we went straight there and everything. So it's just like we were just getting random conversations with people you wouldn't expect.
I'm a Falcons fan, so
yeah, that's okay. You're from Georgia. You're from Georgia, but still Southern metropolitan. If it's not like our team, I'm definitely rooting for like either the Saints or the Falcons, because it's like we're Southern metropolitan.
Region, yeah.
Saints got their championship. We're still waiting on the Falcons and the Panthers though. So it's like it's coming.
We don't got to talk about it, bro.
It's coming. Okay. You seen our game against the Raiders? It's
I didn't watch it.
It was a really good game. We played really good. The Panthers were dope. And I was looking, I'm like, am I in the Twilight Zone? I could have sworn we were doing bad last
I heard they switched the quarterback out.
Yes.
So that made a big difference.
Yes. But I feel bad for Bryce Young, because it's like he got fresh out of college, and then you get put on the Panthers, and then now they put all this pressure on it that you have to make the team good. Like, bro, it's a team effort, bro. It's just, that's why I like the Detroit Pistons, like when Isaiah Thomas and them was playing, because it's like they was all like, they were all like kind of doing a little bit too much with like the Jordan rules and everything, kind of elbowing people, but they were played as a unit. And that's what I really, really love about them. When I saw like the documentary 30 for 30, they're the bomb. But it's just like Panthers need to get back in that mindset where it's just like, we got to win as a team. You can't just freaking turn the whole defensive like anorexic just for like one quarterback, bro. Yeah. You got to protect the quarterback, and then on offensive, you got to find the right wide receivers that are good at catching, can be able to spot that ball and everything, and just be able to catch it, take it to the end zone type
Not
shit.
only that, man, people got to remember, if he's fresh out of college, college and NFL,
two different
completely
things.
Different levels.
You're playing with grown people, bro.
Everyone's good now. You can't. Yeah, you could be a star in college. College, not taking anything away from anyone, but
of course not.
It's just as an athlete, aspiring pro athlete myself, like you really have to respect the level and the reps that it takes to get on that level of where you want to be.
And you gotta be able to understand or familiarize yourself with the different basis of psychology that comes with that too. Because like when you're in college, you pretty much understand like what other college kids think, like the anxiety that comes with it, just what they might do, what they might do. Like someone who actually has like experience, like years of experience and everything. I know people think like, go with the Broncos and the Panthers. So it's just like, maybe he paid him off, maybe he didn't. Part of me feels like he does. Part of me feels like, maybe he just had more experience in that scenario, because Cam wasn't in like multiple Super Bowls at that point. That was his first Super Bowl and only Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Where Peyton Manning has been to multiple Super Bowls, maybe lost a couple, won a couple, but he's been there. He's seen both sides of the coin. And it's just like we haven't touched the Super Bowl since for like damn near 10 years now. I mean, sad thing, but it's just the truth. It is, experience is a very, very huge difference maker. And like all he needs is a little bit more experience, and that's it. That's all I see. But circling back to you and the events and everything, what really led you or inspired you to be like an event curator?
My connections, man. I've come a long way since I've been out here in Charlotte. And I'm a serial entrepreneur, which means that in order for me to get by, I have to put myself out there, have to meet other people, and I have to learn from everyone else's experiences. So with that, when I'm meeting all these people and figuring out what it is that the people want, what it is that Charlotte needs, I kind of found that if I want to do, I started off as a real estate agent first. And so if I want to do a housing seminar, and I just put it out there and say, hey, come to my housing seminar, no one's going to come. I'm like I said, I'm fresh from Charlotte, I was fresh from college, man. So you got a young kid, 24 years old, 22 years old, and no one knows me. I don't have my own groups, no clubs, church, nothing. So not a lot of people are going to trust me with some of the biggest investments of their lives, which is buying a house. And so when, learning that, okay, I have to make connections. I have to become someone that people trust, and I have to let people get to know me. And so now it turns into, so what can I do? What groups can I join? Who do I talk to be able to get my name out there in a circle of trust? That now it's like when you hear Trey Rhodes, oh, I know who Trey Rhodes is. That's a good dude. Let me, that I'm gonna refer you to Trey Rhodes. That's the goal.
Barely anything negative, seriously. Which is a good thing.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Good thing.
So it's like building that up in all the different realms. I eventually got to where whenever I would reach out to someone and just come up with an idea, like, hey, I want to do this event to get some people here to see my listen to me talk about houses. So what I want to do, I want to be creative with it. Come listen to some live music. I know a lot of musicians. I know a lot of people, some artists that are really working hard. So
smart.
When I put the word out, they come. So someone kind of was like, yo, man, you should start throwing events. I was like, I guess, I could. I got enough people on my phone. I can make something happen. And that's what happened. I started putting it together and just like, well, hey, on this day, are you free? You want to come perform, play the keys, sing, whatever? Or, hey, on this day, can you come, do some poetry, do some comedy, whatever, put it all together. And then, boom, started off that way. And then I just kind of took it and met more and more people and just kept pushing it. So now it's like I'm meeting people that get to know me, meeting people that we have these things in common where we're all trying to get out there. So put it together. I get people to come see you perform, and you perform for these people. It's a great show. Everyone's having a good time, and I'm having a good time because y'all are having a good time, and my name is on the flyer. So it's like, well, everything's representing the way it should be. So let's keep building.
And also, it's good for networking for other people in the background. It's like, dang, I met this person because Trey Rhodes threw this event. And, like, I met so many people at the last Charlotte Spark. It's like, what? Look at all these people I could interview and hear from the background. Now I've had Sam Dinovo on. I've had Chris Gear on just a while ago. I had Big Shadow on. She performed at your events, right?
She's coming to this Charlotte Spark this year. Yeah, she's going to be that's a new relationship we're building. So, that's what it's all about, finding that common ground and let's see what we can do together, because the best way we can grow is grow together. Yeah,
so this show is kind of like going to be a little bit of a reunion too, especially if you haven't seen people in a while. Like I had Solus on like a while ago too, and the first time I seen Solus was at the event, which we spoke about and everything. One thing that's been consistent through a lot of these live episodes I've been doing, because I've had a lot of people from like past episodes come back and new people I've had and also know you as well, is that one thing that's consistent. When we bring your name on this, it's always nothing but positive. Like, oh yeah, Trey, like, yeah, I went to this event. Yeah, he's a cool dude. And I'm like, that's very, very good. And it's like, you're from Augusta, Georgia, and you're already building like good clientele for yourself out here in Charlotte, And it's just like, some people dream about I want to move out of town. I want to go to another city. It's like to know that you found your place in Charlotte to the point where even I could consider you a Charlottean and everything, just for what you've done and everything. How does that make you feel, like, overall?
It makes me feel good, man. That's what I work for, honestly. I like to consider myself the glue. I love to look around and see when people that, well, for one, I consider myself a good judge of character. And so I'm not just going to hang around the wrong type of people, the wrong crowd that's living in a negative light, because I got too much going on. So I got to stay in the bright light. So it's like, if I bring you here and then I bring this person here, it's because I know that, one, we get along each side, so that y'all get along and y'all can build off each other. So now if we're all together, everyone knows it. Yeah, go make music together, go make a creation together or whatever. That's fine. But when someone else talks to you, it's like, hey, how did y'all get started? Oh, we met through Trey Rhodes. That comes back to building my name. Now it's like, oh, it's the name of trust. I trust Trey Rhodes because I hear your name somewhere. I hear you, you're part of this, you're doing this and that. So it's like, come to me. Like, I got a little bit of everything. I can do it. And that helps me, put me in a position to be able to do more and be more.
Yeah, no, that's really, really a dope thing. And you built a relationship with Grindhouse Studios as well, and that way you did the auditions and everything. Yep. How do you curate that relationship with Grindhouse Studios?
Grindhouse was actually one of the first sponsors for the first Charlotte Spark.
Oh, wow.
Yep. So I have a friend that I met, and he was an artist. Shout out to Tony 7.
I had him on my podcast too.
Yep. Shout out to him. I've known him for a long time, since I've been out here. I met him through one of my first roommates when I got out here, and we just hit it off, man. And we've been great friends since then. And so when Tony, I was like, yeah, man, I'm putting this event together. He was one of those people where if I called, he would come perform. So and he was actually there from the beginning when I really went public with my events. I've kind of been like this forever, at least since 12th grade, man, where I would be cool with everyone, go be kind of the link, the puzzle piece that could fit in all. And at lunch I'll go sit at every table. I talk to everybody.
That's good.
I got prom king. It was a surprise to me, but I didn't know people were voting for me or like talking about me in that way. And then I started seeing, telling everyone, come on, yeah, call me the Trey Rhodes. I'm the Trey Rhodes. And people are literally addressing me the way I'm asking. So just building off of that. And so, Tony, he would go to the studio and do work. He's like, yeah, I know a guy who Jason Jets. Shout out Jason Jets.
Yeah, he's dope. He's dope.
Yep. So Tony would be like, yeah, man, Jets can help you out. And so I just pulled my connection and was like, hey, man, can you put me in contact with him? Got to speaking with him, and it's just like, okay, well, we know this mutual friend here. We're both in good relation. He can speak good on both of our names. So maybe we could find common ground. I'm doing this event, and I would like to put Grindhouse in the light of like, y'all being my sponsor, and you can sponsor one of my artists that's going to come perform at the first Charlotte Spark and give them just some free studio time. Nothing big, just help me out, help somebody else out, helping you out, helping us all out. And so that's kind of where it went. And now coming back to year 3 now that I know a lot more people that's even involved with Grindhouse that are tapped in, it's like, okay, well, I'm already tapped in, kind of, you're tapped in, and let's see if we can't get Grindhouse as a partner again. Now let's promise some more studio time for this year, because it's all mutually beneficial. Because I'm promoting to all these different people. They're a staple in the community, especially the artistic community.
They're very good. I just put in my subscription this month. I don't get my first. I didn't set up my first audio session till like the 1st of next month, though.
Nice.
It's whatever.
No, that's good though. Yeah.
Yeah, just trying to give me more time to get ready though and everything, because it's been a while since I hit the studio. But it's just like once I introduce other artists, I have some friends from Durham that came into town, and I just like, yo, you got to check out this place called Grindhouse Studio. I just text Jason just so I can be able to give him a tour and everything. He just gave me the code just like that, because I was already a subscriber anyway and everything. I just show it to other artists that are more interested in as well, because that's a lot of resources. There are 3 different studios in one, and all you got to do is pay $200 a month, and then just pretty much just pay the engineer, and then you're good. I just linked up with I didn't link up with him, I messaged him, and he already set me up with a good price, and I'm like, okay, I could really do some work with these people. Okay, all I gotta do is just keep my subscription up while I'm here in Charlotte and just keep it going forward. But they're all very good people, definitely people you want to tap in with.
So look at that now. It's like you already hear Grindhouse in their name.
Yes.
So now that's important, because when you're reaching out to the community and you say, hey, I'm at Grindhouse, other people, oh, I know Grindhouse, I already know that. As somebody who puts themselves out into the public, to other people, to strangers, or even looking for credibility for people that you know, the two most important things that I believe in that we have is our name and our word. Are you going to stand on your word and make your name worth what you're standing on? So now you hear Grindhouse, you hear Trey Rhodes, you hear Toasty and the Mental Threads. It's like these are names that's building. That also helps now. You got when you're reaching out to these artists, which said Greensboro,
Durham, actually.
Durham, I'm sorry. Durham, or even if you do go to Greensboro or Raleigh, that's helping you expand yourself, your platform, and get further out. So now, just off the strength of it, they come down here. They're already artists, so they're already tapped in with Charlotte artists.
Yes.
So they're hearing about Grindhouse if they haven't, or now they're experiencing it. Then they're like, oh yeah, I'm going to the studio. It's going to be good things on that name, right? So those all help us build, and when you look at it, we're all building together. So.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna tell you, like, I had them on the podcast too that same day, bro. They had a wonderful experience in Charlotte, because in Durham they said that their experience, whether it's hard to get, people to network, want people to fuck with you type stuff and everything. But when they come to Charlotte, they actually took me to a Carolina Waves event, and it was the first time in the Carolina Waves event with DJ Chuck T and everything. And then it's just they got to networking over there, and then they saw that they were like, wow, this place is amazing. I'm like, let me show you something else. I showed them Grindhouse Studio. It's like, bro, it's just like was like, this is amazing. It was like taking kids to like the Willy Wonka factory and stuff like this. Like, oh, you can see. Right. So it just kind of warms my heart. It's like, okay, if other people in different towns of North Carolina see Charlotte as like that apple in a sense, and it's like when they come here, it's like, okay, I can come here for events now. I can come here to network now. This is worth coming here. So whether they want to relocate here or just do business here, it brings more attention to Charlotte as a city. We all good? Okay, good. Just want to check in that 20-minute increment. But it's like, like for real though. It's like it's good that y'all could build this relationship with each other. We talk about all this. Let's talk about the relationship between you and Drew Billions and everything. Okay. So I'm gonna have him on the next episode tomorrow. Awesome. You're the first one to know, and everything. It's like, how do you curate the relationship between you and Drew Billions?
Well, I met Drew initially at this artist link up. Or creative link up.
I'm noticing a theme here of meeting up at creative link.
Creative, bro, because that's where you meet the people who are more serious about, you got people who are going to talk about it, have good ideas, of course. But then you got people who are going to go and do it. Get up, man. You tired? Who cares? Go to that event. Go to that one link up, that networking event. Go talk to people, even if you don't know anybody. I went to I've been trying to get something like that going myself, but I couldn't do it because I didn't know enough people. So then I go to this link up, and it's like, oh, I know like 3-4 people first here right now. Okay, well, let's work your way around the room. Let's talk to everybody. Let's figure it out. Drew was one of those people in that room. Speaking with Drew, oh yeah, I'm an artist. I got my own shoes. Man, this man got his own. He's got his own shoe brand. You know what I'm saying?
I need to put that in the notes. Like, tell me about them shoes.
He's got his own studio and stuff. He's working, and so
I've seen it.
For me, I believe in hard work and people who are working. That shows. So those are the people I want to work with. And so eventually, after that, we link up at another showcase or something. I actually don't remember at this point, but now we're in contact. So now it's like, hey, Drew, you're trying to do this. I'm trying to do this. Let's come together. And Drew actually was a partner. Shout out to Drew Billions. Shout out Drew Billions. Because
next episode.
Yeah, man. Because he was a great part, a pivotal part to helping me bring Charlotte Spark to take it to new heights on my second year. Because the first year I did it by myself.
Oh, yeah.
And that was hard.
Yeah.
That was very, very hard.
The second year was dope. I had vendors and everything, bro. It was so good. And it was at the Starlight, it was so cool because I actually went to Starlight a couple of times. Like, wait, this is what you're doing? I used to come here all the time.
No, yeah, we turned it into something completely different. So thanks to Drew, he definitely helped me get there. And this, comes back to you always need help. And why I say work with other people, build together. Because somebody like that, you meet at these random shows or you meet at these networking events. Now y'all coming together with this idea. It's like, oh, hey, man, Charlotte Spark's my baby. I did this last year. He's like, oh, man, I love the festival idea. I want to do something like that too. All right, well, let's work together. We clicked and we just built up on it and we got it going last year. And so I wish he could have helped me out with it this year, still stayed a part of the board because he, whenever he comes back, whenever you're ready, Drew, holla at me. Come back, bro. We miss you. We love you. But yeah, he wanted to do his thing and focus on his music.
Okay,
because he's an artist first.
It's understood.
And you always got to do your thing. So,
always got to do your thing and everything. So it's like for this Charlotte Spark coming out, what would you say is your biggest challenge going into the third year?
My biggest challenge. Paying for everything.
Okay. Yeah. Pretty simple. The bills start racking up. Like, what? That's how much it's coming?
Because as you grow and you would do more, my goal is for Charlotte Spark to grow every year.
Yes.
And that means that I have to do different venues. I have to do bigger venues, bigger stages, bigger gimmicks, bigger outreach, include so much more. And so even having a bigger team, shout out to my team this year, DD18, Prophecy, holding it down, helping me out. We in there.
I need to get DD18 on for sure. I'm going to get so many of these people on before the show. I swear. I'm going to be doing some work too. I'm going to do my thing I got to do.
Just go on my page, bro. Just look and see because I love that I love and aim to really work with quality artists, quality creatives, people who are serious about their crafts because, I'm very serious. I have a good time. I'm smiling all the time. I can crack a joke, be very creative. but I'm very serious and I put in the work. So
You got to be.
finding other people, you know, when it comes to that team building, you have to really lock in with people who are serious. So
Yeah, and that's really a true thing. It's like, you know, about the just like even like when associating with other people, you want to be able to roll. If you become, let's just say you're rolling with 5 people and everything, they're all like millionaires, whatever, and you're the sixth person just happens to hang out with them or they allow you to hang out. You would be that sixth millionaire,
Exactly.
and everything. So it's like you want to tap in with people that just are so focused and be getting their creations come to reality. And creatives are so good to work with entrepreneurially because they work to make sure that their projects come to reality. You know, when I was doing like my first mixtape back in 2021, I didn't know like how I was going to do it at first, but I just kept doing it, kept setting up those sessions, kept going through it, kept writing it down, kept timing or whatever. And people, like, generally I get pretty much positive outlooks over it at the same time, even though like I feel like I could have did better or whatever. But the fact is that I put the time in to make it happen. That's the first threshold of becoming an artist. Some people say they want to do this stuff all the time but never have anything to show for it and everything, and then they fall off. Then you never hear about what the fuck they're at and everything. So it's just like, you know, it's always good to tap in with artists, people who are true artists, because it's not so much the matter of just like, oh, I'm going to get this much out of it, or I'm going to get this amount of money. It's not about the reward. It's about loving for the craft, the art, the actual process. Right. And that's just with everything else in life. If you want anything to like come a success, you have to fall in love with the process and everything. This is your 3rd time doing this event.
Yep. The journey, man.
It's a journey.
And if anybody wants to be a sponsor, I got sponsorship opportunities, you know, be a financier, holla at me. You know, we can the goal is put you out there too. So yeah, help me take the load off.
And what would a sponsor like be able to do? Just send some money in to try to help the process of everything?
Yeah, I mean, well, you know, there's more to it. I don't want you to just give money, because like you said, it's not all about the money. It's about how involved do you want to be.
Yes.
You know, I have a sponsorship package. You can do a donation, sure, yeah, and then I'll give you a shout out. We'll promote you and your brand, you know, into the community. As I've done the work to get involved with the community, I have a decent amount of people checking me out, checking out my work. And so it's like, are you building? Are you, you know, maybe you have a lot of this money you sitting on, but you want to get out there, but you just don't know where to start? Tap in. Okay. So I put your brand on the flyer, a logo. I'm already pressing the streets. I'm already putting it out there. So now it's like, you can just do a donation, $50, or now you can do like a $300 sponsorship. So now you got promotion for on physical flyers, on all of the social media that I'm doing, the Google verified website, charlottespark.com, you know, and that includes my partners' Google verified websites or my partners' platforms. You know, if I'm working with 15, 20, 30 artists, 15, 20, 30 artists sharing your stuff, that's over 40,000 eyes, because everyone has at least typically everyone has over 1,000 followers at least. So now, you know, 30 times 1,000, 30,000 people are seeing your stuff, your brand, your logo. Now you're also coming to the events. You get tickets with the event, with the promotion. You know, you get to network, you get to meet these people. You know, I have different standard packages, gold package. We give you a shout out. You got your banner on the stage. Now that's in all the media. I'm building my media team. I got photographers. I got videographers. I got podcast coverage. You know, short form content. Like, people are really taking these pictures. I got fashion show stuff involved. So now there's a whole fashion show going on, and look right there. What's big in the background? Your logo, your brand. You know what I'm saying? So it all adds to it, and that quality of really getting your name out there. And, you know, if you're not a part of the show, you're in the show. You're there. You got representation.
That's really, really dope that you actually have it set up down to a science. Because some people would say, like, oh, yeah, you know, I spoke with Solus about, some people claim that they're managers and they don't manage shit. Some people claim that they're sponsored, but they don't really do much of anything. They don't really take the extra step to ensure, like, you know, their sponsors get what they want to get in your relationship from that point. So just knowing that you actually have the mindset where it's like, okay, it's not just about saying what it is. You actually make it is what it is. So, like, you're like a doer, I would even say.
100%, bro. And for me, you know, I do work with a lot of artists, people who are very creative in their, you know, people can sing, they can rap, they can play all these different instruments and stuff. I'm coming at this from a business standpoint first. You know, I'm an entrepreneur. I'm a serial entrepreneur. I'm always looking at how can I make this thing work for me. You know, it's one thing to where, bro, I've been an entrepreneur for about 7 years now.
Doing a great job at it.
Thank you. It's very hard. It's tough. I appreciate it.
I know it's good to just get that pat on the back. Like, am I doing a good job?
It is, bro. It's tough, man.
Swear.
But, you know, keep going. And it's like trying to infuse the two things of being creative and making money and like building my empire, so to speak. It's like you really have to figure out how you can capitalize on every opportunity. And I'm not here to step on anybody's neck just to get by. I can build my own house from ground up. So I'm going to do that, you know, and that's me out here farming my own trees to chop them down and go do that. I don't got to take or do nothing, you know, anything negative from anybody else. So that's where it all comes from. And
that's a great mindset to have, and it's more inviting for other brands and everything to want to reach out. It's like, damn, this guy gonna snake me. This guy gonna do this to me. It's like you don't know how many people you hear in the industry. Like my worst sad story was like Quentin Miller. I don't know if you know about Quentin Miller, the dude who was writing for Drake on this mixtape. Which one was it? No, it wasn't a mixtape. It was a project. Like what was it called? I forgot. I was just listening to it earlier today. Dang, if you're reading this, it's too late. Yeah, that was the one. That was the one. Yeah, that was the one. Yeah,
I know you're talking about.
He written on a lot of those and everything. He's a really good artist himself, but it's like every time he would write for another artist, they would never credit him at all. You'd have to go like the extra mile to find his name on it. And so like he just been through a lot, you know, being jumped by Meek Mill's group and everything. Like literally just for some like why he getting jumped on for it. If you're the one that was opening your mouth about Drake and everything, why did he get the worst of it? And then now they're cool now about it. You know what I mean? So it's just like, you know, shout out to like Quentin Miller. I don't know if he's ever gonna listen to this or whatever.
Nah, he will, bro.
Hopefully,
tag him when you post it.
Hopefully, but it's just like, just know that your art is well appreciated, man, and just take it a step at a time. You know, he lost his leg like a car accident too, bro. Like, yeah, he has a mechanical leg. Like when I say like, bro, like it's damn near depressing. Look,
I didn't know that.
Like bad luck, real bad. But I know it's gonna turn out positive. Everything. One thing's for sure. African proverb I love is just that I always kept in the back of my head. It's just like no matter how long or dark the night is, the sun is always sure to come and everything. So I always kept that mindset, regardless of what I'm going through or whatever I want to achieve in life, whether if I want to go to Howard, get my master's, or do whatever and everything. I always got to keep in mind that you're just gonna have to go through a little bit of something in order to get, you know, like the prize of what you're reaching. Otherwise, it's not going to mean anything, you know. If God just gave everything to you on a silver platter, you wouldn't appreciate it as much, you know. Just think about all the Nepo babies. They're just going crazy. They don't know how good they got it, bro. For real, man. It's just like that. But you know, back to you and your experience, like in Charlotte, you know, because you've been here since 2016 and everything. The year is it's 2024, so like 2 years from now will be a full on decade and everything. So like, pretty much, where do you see yourself in the next like 2 years in regards to everything in Charlotte?
Well,
hitting that decade mark.
I mean, by then I'll be even more established in the community is my goal. I do a lot as far as building my name and my brand up. But that's so I can do a lot more for a lot more people. You know, right now I'm working on having my own bar and lounge.
I can see that.
Yep, it'll be open within the month. So the Art Factory, bro, is coming to you.
Oh yeah, you said something about how long? I think you told me
that was
something
like a month ago. I was letting my private groups know.
Oh in the group chat. Now it's like the art. This is all I remember.
I haven't been putting it out there. I was just so excited. I had to tell somebody, so I was like, okay, here's a closed circuit group that you know they've known me in different lights. So let me tell them, y'all, I got my first bar I'm about to get into.
That could work.
So we're about to we're cleaning things up and getting some renovations done, and we'll be opening within the month, bro. Like in less than a month, I'll be doing my soft opening. I hope you come out. I will put it in the group. So I'll be letting you know.
I'll pull up. I'll order like 3 drinks right there.
On,
bro. I don't care.
Yeah, but you know, I'll have that. So finally, you know, I've been doing events for a while now, and so again, building connections. It's like I'm already paying for a lot of stuff when I come up with these ideas. I want to pay for as little as possible. So now, when I don't have to. I love building the relationships and finding other people who have their own venues and building up. Say, hey, I can bring people can you give me a discount or free to use your venue, or can we work together so I don't have to pay for it? You know what I'm saying? Come back to make
and then
it
you can
work.
do like every weekend type
Now
stuff.
I can do my own thing.
And different things for different days. Like one night for comedy, one night for music, and then one night for
everything,
type stuff.
bro. And I've done all these different types of events already. So now it's like putting it all in one spot. I got the key. Now I'm just opening the door for you. So and then not only that, I have a platform for all of these artists to come perform, come do their release parties, come bring their people out, whatever. It's up, man.
And the place where you actually compete against like a lot of these other places is because you've actually built a personal relationship with a lot of us. Yep. So it's like, it's not just like, okay, I'm doing this at a venue. I'm doing it with my venue, my friend Trey Rhodes owns and everything.
Very important, bro.
Yes.
It's not a money grab. I actually have a relationship with these people, and I care to build on it. I care to know about what you got going on in your family. How can I help you?
Yes.
And we come together and it's like we've had fun together. We went to brunch together, bro. We've had all kinds of events and stuff, but we was just chilling.
They're just full up.
Just
I ain't been to a while in a while. My apologies on my part. Just life and everything,
bro. Life be lifing, bro. I feel you, and that's part of the whole relationship thing. It's like I'm not gonna fault you for not coming to a show or not coming to link up. We're adults. We're all growing and grinding on our own respective. You're building your podcast, bro. Our last interview was outside
on my phone,
on my front porch, on your phone, bro.
And now it's like now you see the setup and everything. But that's the importance of making connections, because I don't know. Do you know Adrian Nice by any chance?
Nice. That sounds familiar.
I need to get it. I need to introduce you to him for sure, because he did a podcast, a 24-hour podcast here called the Mouth and Out Podcast.
I think I've heard.
Yes.
I've heard.
He did it in this same studio and everything. And because I actually pulled up to that podcast, I saw this studio and everything. They could do live podcasts here. Later on, I just hit up Tay, and it's just like, okay, this is where they do it at.
Yeah.
Okay, how much it costs an hour? $35. Done. $35 an hour. And I just come here. I just cash app and we just get an episode done. Nice. So but the thing I really like about working with Trey, that he actually makes it work and everything. Like when I first told him we were gonna set up at 8 and everything, we had to push up back at 10 and everything. He was like, oh yeah, sure, I got it and everything. I just sent him on, and that's just how it is. People who try to work with people who try to be flexible with you and everything. So at the same time, look how far I'm getting now. You're 166, and I'm trying to hit to my, and now after you that'll be 34 episodes I have to worry about. I'm trying to hit. Again, once I get Drew Billions, then it'll be 33 episodes. That'd be like 11 episodes a month. Then I can really hit my goal of 200 before the end of the year. All it's about is just being consistent.
Congrats, bro. Keep doing the work.
No,
we see it.
You see how it's definitely see it, bro. You see the light?
I love it,
camera.
Bro. I really do. I'm proud of you, man. Keep on.
I'm proud of you.
Hey, man, I'm proud of you, bro.
And that's for real though, because it's just like, it's just like you don't realize how many people just come in and out of Charlotte and just be wrong. Oh, I like New York. I ran New York, or I did this back in my hometown. And it's just like, you got to look at things. When you have an abundant mindset, all you see is the opportunity. Where can I take the city? What can I do to be the city? It's like, even though I want to step out and actually expand my education, I still want to come back to Charlotte at the same time, because it's like then I'll be at a different spot, like mentally, where it's like, okay, like I got this degree now. I can have this much. I have access to like this type of job to fund this type of project to be more of like of use to other people, to help bring other people up at the same time. You got to look at the opportunity and the potential. Never look at things and like, oh, what can it do for me? Type stuff.
Yeah.
And it's like we're at a point where it's like I feel like we're gonna get close. We're nearing closer to a Renaissance era. I know it. I can feel it. Just for how much work that a lot of these artists are putting, the work I'm putting in, the work that you're putting in, we're getting close to a time where it's all about
like Charlotte, especially Charlotte, because everyone networks. Everyone's on that same wave.
Yes.
Doing multiple things, on the move, on the go, trying to be part of the scene. In their own lane. Yeah, man, definitely.
Yo, most definitely. And it's just like, the cool thing about it is it's just like there was nothing here beforehand. Yeah, we had the baby and everything, and it's just like it kind of opens more eyes to us. But now it's like we got Lena Sky working. Artists like, Tiani's Rose. I don't know if you heard of Tiani's Rose and everything, but it's just stuff like that. Like there's artists that you haven't even heard about that are doing their thing, and they're doing really, really good as well. So just imagine when they tap in with Trey Rhodes and what he's got to go on, or Drew Billions and what he's got to go on. Now we're building a community that's growing bigger and bigger and bigger.
That's why I started Charlotte Spark, bro. Why we love the baby, but why do you only hear about the baby for Charlotte? when there's so many talented artists out here. So
with
many.
all different sounds. That's the best part about it.
Yes.
Like the amount of like abundance of sound. We're not all trying to sound like one person, and I feel that's really gonna serve Charlotte as a whole. Like it's gonna make it a hotbed for independent artists to want to come here and just tap in and just get like their things going. But at the same time, I feel like we got to do our work too. Like yeah, sure we can work in Charlotte, and I spoke about it with Solus, but we might have to step out of Charlotte every now and then to kind of just expand the marketplace to bring more eyes to Charlotte. And I feel like we could definitely do that for sure. It's how we look over again. All right, cool, good. All right, in that same breath and everything. So it's like from the experiences of being like an event curator. There, what would you say are the pros and cons?
Pros, man, networking. It is unmatched, bro. You work with all these people. First of all, you can learn so much. I'm learning things. and I fight not to get pushed in these different directions. Sometimes they get me on the mic, bro. I'm not in my mind, I'm not an artist, or at least I don't care to go into that light, right?
That's okay.
But sometimes they get me on the mic. I start rapping. I start singing, and I'm just like, who is this guy? What am I doing, man? Let me stay behind the scenes. Let me get all the organization going. Let me curate the show. Get the people out here. Y'all stay on the mic. Cons. Cons. It takes a lot to grow.
A lot of effort, a lot of
effort, a lot of energy.
Kind of feeling exhausted a little bit in between.
You can, yeah. And there's working with so many different people. It doesn't always go your way, or relationships fall through, or creative ideas may clash, and some things just don't take the drive like you thought it would. But I'd say it's more pros than anything, especially if you keep a positive attitude about what you're trying to do. Remember who you are, and really stay true to your main focus. Because if you do that, brush it off and keep pushing, keep moving. Pushing. Because the next idea is gonna be better. The next show is gonna be better. Maybe I didn't get as many people to show up for this show, but now I see what they're interested in. I see how I promote it for that show, or how maybe the talent didn't deliver as I was hoping for. I liked them, but everyone else didn't like them. You know what I'm saying? It happens. You got to keep pushing. So there's pros and cons, but I think there's definitely more pros, and just keep a positive attitude about it and keep pushing.
And from the first two events, I know like one of them was at Star. What was the first event?
The first Charlotte Spark was at where B Cinema Studios is right now?
B Cinema Studios.
Off of 515 East Trade Street.
East
Noda.
Trade Street in Noda. Hold on, let me think. Maybe if I look it up, maybe
It's a West Trade. No, it's East Trade Street.
It's called B what?
Right now it's called B Cinema Studios. It wasn't that B Cinema Studios is a new organization that has taken over that building. But Charlotte Spark was in that building first. It's right across from Optimus
B
Hall.
Cinema spelled SINIMA.
Let me see the logo.
Oh, because it says B.
Yep.
That's the one.
That's it.
Okay. I'm about to say, I'm like, is that how you spell cinema? I'm like,
No, they did their own thing.
my public schooling is challenging this logic right now.
Shout out to them. Actually, they're another group of creators that's kind of gotten together and got their own venue. So now they're doing their own shows and everything. And so, but it's really kind of cool and nostalgic whenever I do go to some of their shows there, and it's like, man, this is where Charlotte Spark was. This is where we started, man. And there was, I guess they're doing renovations now, but it was open then. But like downstairs area was more open. I had my bar, I had my merch table. Keep going. I had my art gallery going on. I had some artists posted up outside the front door. I had my security directing in the parking lot. Man, it was a good show, man.
It's a good time.
So yeah, that's where that one is. And so I had I think I got a max about 60 people to come out to that festival that year. Last year, working with Drew, we got over 200 people to come out last year.
It was a good time.
Yeah, man.
It was a
and
very
this
good
year,
time.
I'm on over 350. We going up. We going up. Eventually, we'll be multi-day.
And the venue for this year's, it's at where venue is
Skyline Terrace.
Skyline Terrace.
Yeah, shout out Skyline Terrace, Miss Curator Livingston. She has a few venues. She's very tapped into the community in a sense where I say her name, people are like, oh yeah, I know her. She has this venue. She has this venue. That's kind of where I want to eventually be.
This is good. This is actually good. Okay.
Yeah, baby, rooftop. We got the skyline in the background. We got a beautiful layout. I got plenty of room. I got my VIP tent. It's gonna be the haunted house. I'm decorating it. Then I have my area where I'll do my fireworks and have the artists perform and stuff. So yeah, I'm really excited about it, and it's gonna be good, bro.
That's cool.
On my path to multi-day, one day I'll be at the Fillmore. One day I'll be at the Underground. I'll be at all these big stages in Charlotte.
Yeah.
And be 2-3 days and have all these different artists, have celebrity artists from Charlotte, the baby. Hey man, check your DM.
It'll happen.
Check your DM.
It'll definitely happen. You know what? I think you can get Ruben Vincent to pull up.
Yeah, man,
because Ruben Vincent, he actually pulled up. He's actually gonna pull up at an event this weekend, a wrestling event called Ashe Wrestling and everything. It's actually gonna be at a middle school on Central and everything.
Hey man, wrestling's my thing, man.
Oh really? Dude, you know what you would really get the guy who runs it. His name is Darius Lockhart. And everything. He's a wrestler, a professional wrestler himself, but he started this all-black organization.
Is this real wrestling or is this like WWE wrestling?
WWE wrestling.
Okay, got you. No, that's cool. That's cool too. I could do that.
I don't know. It's a good vibe. It's a good vibe because he's like a go-getter, like way how you are and everything. He's setting up his own event. This would be like he said his first Aussie wrestling event back in December of last year, and I've been to pretty much every one except this one coming. I actually got to leave to Minnesota this weekend. That's why I had to try to get you in Toronto before I leave and everything for a weekend. But it's like he's been pretty consistent with it. You could just follow him on Instagram. I'm trying to see if I can get some of the people that he be promoting like onto as well and everything. I was able to meet just because of his event. I was able to meet Shelton Benjamin. I met up with Ron Simmons and Theodore Long. I don't know if you were watching SmackDown. You didn't watch?
Nope. Nah, because when people say wrestling, I wrestled in high school and college.
Yeah, I know. So
I'm like thinking, double leg takedown, like the real.
You at least know Kurt Angle though, for real.
Yeah, I've heard that name. Yeah, I know him. Yeah.
For real, but yeah, no, seriously, you be doing events too and block parties as well. So like maybe y'all could probably build some type of relationship for sure. Because he was able to get Ruben Vincent coming on, and I actually interviewed one of the people that he actually had perform at this event called Goldman and everything. He's back in Durham as well. Is he in Durham or Raleigh? One of the other. He's in one of those places, and I had him on as well. So it's just like we're all growing in a sense. So it's like maybe sooner or later, maybe you could probably get some artists to perform like at his events, or you can get artists to perform at your events. Ruben Vincent, he's about to perform this weekend, so if he can able to bring all types of celebrities, they actually show up to these events, and these aren't like the hugest events, but people show up, everybody's genuine, everybody's chilling.
But that's why it's great to collab. Because if he's got 50 people showing up to his show, I got 50 people showing up to my show. Okay, so let's make it work. Now we get 200 people showing up.
Now you're getting a lot of people showing up. That's all I'm saying. Yeah. You're both go-getters. You're both show people. And it's like, what's crazy? I think he's related to like one of my mentors from like college and everything. I didn't realize until you had his cousin perform. He looks just like dude. It's like, hey, you know that dude and everything?
Small world,
it's like, yeah, that's my cousin. Like, oh my gosh, you're all related.
Yep, small, bro. The world is so small.
And I had him on my podcast too. So it's just like, it's so crazy. Wow. So it's just like, now I'm building this weird extended universe and everything of artists, of people that just know people that we all just know about each other and everything. But I know you mentioned that you went into wrestling, and for sure you're pretty much doing MMA as well. What are your experiences with MMA so far? Because I'm sorry I keep missing the fights. I'm going to make the next one
you're
for
fine.
sure.
If it's out of town, I don't really push it because I get how traveling is everyone's life and, adulting. But when it comes to Charlotte now, you better be there. I need you to be there wearing a War Train t-shirt. I need you to be loud, sitting in the section with everybody so I can hear you. But, yeah, man, I'm one fight away from going pro.
Oh,
being a pro fighter. Yes, sir.
I got him before he went pro. Kiss my ass.
October 19th, I got a fight.
Oh, where's that going to be at?
Fayetteville. Yeah.
Damn, out of time again. No.
That's okay. Like
I might
said,
hop on the train. Who knows?
Hey, all aboard. Hey, you better get on the train before we take off because we going, bro. Definitely going up.
I just got a homie that just moved out there too, so it's like there's that. So
That's cool.
Maybe I can get a ride too.
That'd be cool, bro. Yeah, see, double up, yeah. Because I know right now I like to focus one fight at a time, but there's some opportunities popping up where I might have another fight back in Virginia after this one, and then I'm still trying to get onto the card in here in December, and so it's like all of this. I'm getting my reps, getting my experience because I want to go. My main goal was to go pro by or before age 31, which is my birthday's in January.
Oh yeah, that's true.
I'm one fight away, and I'm lined up to get it. Get my win on the 19th. I done did it. Now I just got to register, and I'll be able to go pro. But I'm just taking it and trying to get there, bro. So. Yep,
that's cool. And how many fights have you done so far?
So far 4.
4.
I'm 3-1 right now.
Okay, 3-1.
Yeah,
okay,
in North Carolina, you got to have 5 fights, a good winning record, and then you can go pro.
Okay, that is really, really cool, man. And it's like, that's just how it works in North Carolina. Is it different for each state?
Each state has different requirements for what they want for you to go pro. For the most part, matter of fact, I think South Carolina, you got to have like 2. And you can go pro if you want, which I wouldn't recommend because you need to get those reps. You need that experience. You need to do the work first.
That's
before
hella brain damage. Boy, you're not ready, bro.
Boy, you learn real quick. Like, man, I shouldn't have went pro this fast. Yeah, I want the reps. I'm trying to. I'm grateful for the opportunities I'm getting, and it's like, so I get this next fight next month. If I can get 2 more fights before the end of the year, I'm doing it. Just to keep getting in the ring, man. Keep doing it and just build it, making sure that I'm ready, making sure that I'm comfortable. Because, again, coming back to the football conversation, when you go from college to NFL, when you go from amateur to pro in fighting, that's a whole nother level. And the top forum for fighting MMA is UFC. So I have a teammate in the UFC right now. Shout out Brian Battle. He's fighting in Paris this weekend. That's my training partner. Whenever I'm feeling cocky, hey Brian, let's train together, and he will humble you quick. And I see the difference. You know what I'm saying? Like the level is really. It's real levels to this, bro. It is real levels to this.
I'm taking your word for it. And the cool thing is that at least you have some wrestling experience because people. One thing I know about UFC fighters or MMA in general, like if you have a background in wrestling, you know how to move your body. So it's just like people who are wrestlers, like people be like like people like sleep on that like as a martial artist. It's like, bro, they can move their bodies. They can turn you into a damn pretzel.
Let me tell you how much my wrestling has taken me so far. Just off of the strength of, bro, I won state in high school. I'm an All-American in college. And because of my wrestling background, that allows, I teach wrestling now, at my gyms. That's cool. It's like, now all I got to do is focus on my striking, my kickboxing, any other discipline that I want to learn. And that makes me a better fighter, a more well-rounded fighter. So now when I'm getting into this cage and I'm taking on these opportunities, I feel it gives me a little bit more confidence because if somebody starts to give me a couple combos on, like, okay, well, we can take it to the ground. You're probably not gonna beat me there.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. You're most likely not. So it's like.
Yes, and then while they're focused on trying to get up, you're like, no, man, you ain't going nowhere. You're not going nowhere.
They're not getting up.
It's really, really dope because it's like, on the ground you could be like a huge threat and everything. And even when you're standing up, you could just build that over time. So it's just like, it's just like a sword and shield, Yeah, sure, it's like, even if you don't got like a sword or everything, you got a big-ass shield, you knock people out with that shield. And at the same time, you're protecting yourself at the same time. So like that wrestling could be your shield. Yes.
Now I win all these jiu-jitsu tournaments just because of how good I am in wrestling. I can get in a good spot. I can choke somebody out. I can submit somebody because of my fundamental wrestling. And so, that grappling, that ground game, it's helped me, saved me, pushing me. It keeps me going and it keeps me in the game.
And Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu is a good transition too because it's like, it holds some wrestling elements while also like adding striking and everything to it. It's like, a lot of people would hail Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu as like the number one like martial arts, like really game for self-defense and just in generality.
Yeah, there's no striking in Jiu-Jitsu, but definitely jiu-jitsu is Brazilian. Jiu-jitsu is one of those, like you said, self-defense disciplines because it's meant for the little guy. I'm literally fighting off the ground. I could submit you, tap you out off my butt. You know, you standing at me, you kick at me, boom, I catch a foot and put you in a leg lock. You try to jump on me, I'm gonna rotate you, get on your back and choke you out. Jiu-jitsu is meant for a little guy to protect himself from a big guy. Because, you know, people, if you notice a lot of street fights, people grab, man. People are going to grab. And even if you don't know wrestling, if you know a couple, you get into these wild exchanges and now, I done grab your arm and I'm about to break your arm. The fight's over. For most people, fight's over.
You can end it really, really quick off of Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. But in terms of like trying to strengthen like your striking, like where are you going into? You going like into more Muay Thai or like boxing a little bit more? I know you used to box too, right?
No.
Oh, you never boxed?
No,
okay.
I'm learning all my striking now. But,
okay.
Kickboxing. That's
kickboxing.
really where my gym focuses on, kickboxing. But see, as I get better and as I get more experience and get into it, that's when I'll start reaching out to different gyms. Or, you know, luckily a gym like mine, we have all these different looks. So I got guys in there who's really great at boxing, who can read, who can strike well. They're teaching me all of this stuff.
Oh, yes.
You know? And kickboxing is boxing, but you can kick because it's MMA. So, I'm still learning some stuff, but I'll eventually get into a boxing gym to where I can start learning more boxing fundamentals because it is different. And so, and you know, the thing about it is though, for boxers, they're being able to strike, but they don't got to worry about kicks or takedowns. So now it's like, okay, I'm good on takedown defense. So now let me work on striking. Somebody want to strike with me, I'm piecing them up. They take me down. They're not going to, or they try to take me down. It's not going to work.
It's not gonna work.
You know, that's where you be
that's
a well-rounded,
double homicide.
Right. So you become a well-rounded fighter.
I think you should consider Muay Thai as well. You know, there's a gym that I know about called House of 8 Limbs.
I know them.
You know about them?
Yep.
Yeah.
I actually went in there to try to put a vending machine in there, and that's how I found out who they were. Because the fighting community is very tight-knit. Yeah. So they know about our gym. We know about them. We have fighters that train there sometimes and go there. So when I met the coach, I was like, yo, this is the house.
And he's really chill, right? Surreal. Like, I bet he kind of reminds me of Beast from X-Men. I don't know what it is. It's like he's like a nerd at the same time, or Keith Lee. But I met him like a while ago. I'm thinking about even going that direction for self-defense and everything if I want to go like Muay Thai. One thing I really like about Muay Thai off like maybe as a kid watching The Protector. But at the same time, it's just like, you know, like for Muay Thai, it's very balanced with striking up and at the bottom. And it shows like other ways that you can also block for sure. So it's not just like just striking this to strike, but also on block. You know, that's like it's like of 8 limbs. So it's like, okay, you got fists, you got the shins and everything, and the elbows and the knees. You know, you can use all that fists, all that and everything. So that's already 8 points of like weapons for you right there off the jump. So it's like, and they do this like all the time. So just imagine it's just like on top of kickboxing, which you can do hand in hand because they are pretty similar and everything. But they can also show you like for even core strength as well. You know, Muay Thai, people who really train Muay Thai have really strong core strength off the balance of striking power up and down. So it's just like, you know, just something to just consider and everything. And they seem pretty chill and everything. And like, I definitely want to like tap in with them for sure.
As I get more into pro, you know, right now I'm amateur.
Yes.
And so I don't have to worry about elbows and knees.
Yes.
In North Carolina.
Yes.
If I fight in Virginia, they're wild. They got all rules. They don't care. That's something that, I need to take that Muay Thai discipline, start learning more elbow strikes, knee strikes, getting more comfortable there because, you know, that's part of the game, MMA game. You got to evolve your game and add to it. So.
Yeah, and look at that. That's the cool thing about like you. That's how you know somebody is in within their purpose. Because just off your vending machine business, you got introduced to a whole nother gym that you might consider
That's
there.
Why I do it. Yeah.
The events and everything, meeting all types of artists, and even trying to get through the whole MMA thing for sure. Which I know for a fact that you're gonna make it for sure.
Thanks,
because you're just too positive off that, and then you're just too determined and actually willing to actually put in discipline to make so many things happen for you. So it's like I'm sure you're gonna win this fight. You know, on the 19th. Not trying to blow you up or anything like that or nothing like that. I got faith in you and what your future endeavors are and everything. Now that we're getting pretty close to the hour line, do you have any final words you want to let the people know before we go off?
Man, no, yeah, tap in with me. Trey Rhodes, get you on the roads to the world, the roads to success. I'm here for it. Hope to see you guys at Charlotte Spark Art Festival. Help me make it a big show. It's a great community show, so I'm inviting everybody to come out and see what we're about. It's near Halloween, so you bring in a costume. It's cheaper at the door. So come on, let's have some fun. Let's build together.
October 25th. I'm waiting for them to give the date. I don't know.
Thank you. My bad. October 25th. Doors open 5:30.
And where is it at, Trey
It's
Rhodes?
at Skyline Terrace, man. We gonna be there. 1601 West Trade Street. Come on.
Most definitely.
Yep.
Most definitely. You're
Come
going
talk
to
to
see a lot of your favorite artists, people that I've even had over here. Chris Gear, Big Shadow is coming. Also, you formerly known as Big Mother, and I got to put that out there and everything. And other artists like Sam Dinovo, is he going to come too?
Yeah, he's in there.
Yes.
One thing is if you perform in it one year, you're automatically invited the next year. So Sam performed last year, and so he got to skip auditions, and he came right into
Come straight in.
Yep.
Building a community. All the artists out there, you got to tap it. Even if you're not on the list, at least show up just to catch the energy maybe for next year for sure.
CharlotteSpark.com. Holla at me.
CharlotteSpark.com. You got to pull up. All right, that's it for another episode of the Mental Threads podcast. We're sewing in and now we are sewing out. Thank you for coming.
Thanks, brother. Thanks for having me. Appreciate you.
How do you like the experience off that one?
That was great, bro. That was great, bro. That was a great one.